Hello, this is Shan Chandrasekar welcoming you to another delightful part of our programming. We have a very distinguished guest in the program here with us today. To pay a tribute to 100 years of Indian cinema, we actually are paying a tribute to her. Her contribution has been simply outstanding in the Indian film industry and of course in the Hollywood film industry. Now, she was former Femina Miss India, and in addition to that, she's walked the ramps. She's been in over 250 fashion shows. She's acted in over 20 Hindi films, in about a dozen other regional language films, and an outstanding actress, and one of the prettiest women of India, none other than your favorite, Pooja Batra. Pooja, what a pleasure to have you. Welcome.
Pleasure's mine. Thank you so much.
Welcome to ATN, and we are very delighted to have you in the studio with us today.
Thank you. I'm so delighted to be here, and thank you so much for having me here.
It's a pleasure. Pooja, first of all, I want to start off with the awards, okay? One of the most brilliant films that the Indian film industry had ever made was a film called Virasat. You played a very important role there. You were a heroine of that film.
Right.
And you won an award as well. You were nominated for several awards, by the way, but Virasat was one that actually won you an award.
Right.
So tell me about your role in Virasat.
You know, I auditioned for the movie, and Farah Khan, the choreographer of the movie, recommended me to Priyadarshan, the director, because I'd just finished doing a song with Nagarjun that Farah had choreographed, and she asked me to do the song with Nag, and I said yes, let's do it. And that was a movie, Telugu movie called Shishindari. That was the first time I faced camera.
Wow.
And she told Priyan, who was then casting for Virasat, and Priyan's like, show me her photo. They showed her my picture, and then Priyan wanted to see the song as to how I looked on screen, and he liked the song that I did with Nag, and that's how Virasat came around.
That's fantastic. Well, I want to go to your roots a little bit.
Yeah.
You, as Femina Miss India, needless to say, was the highest title in India.
Yeah.
And but prior to that, you know, you have some hereditary influence there because your mum was also a Femina Miss India winner. Your father was a colonel in the army.
Yeah.
And your parents were very progressive in their thinking. They were very stylish.
Yeah.
And you grew up in that atmosphere. So you went to university, you got your commerce degree.
Yeah.
But then you were also simultaneously doing a lot of beauty pageants. And this was a big day for you in your life. So tell us about it.
You know, I was a very tall teenage girl, and I was very lanky. My brothers used to call me Giraffe.
And they were twins.
And I have twin brothers, and they would call me Giraffe, and in the school people would call me, oh, the tall one is here, the tall one is here. So I was very awkwarded growing up. You know how it is in India. I was like a tall girl. And I was at an NDA, National Defense Academy ball. My dad was in the army, and my dad would always be like, beta, stand straight, sit straight. I hate you stooping. Why are you stooping? And I was into athletics. So my dad would train me for the 400-meter dash, for the 200-meter dash, and that gave me the confidence to be sort of very confident about my body, my height. You know, but sports give you all that. So I was at a party for the NDA Academy where somebody walks up to me and says, you are really tall. You should try modeling. And that's the first time I heard of modeling. And I must have been like 16 at the time. So I'm like, how do I try model? I mean, is there a door that I knock? I mean, how do I get into modeling? So they referred me to a name called Shamuli Verma. And Shai was the first Indian model to have gone to YSL and modeled for YSL, like gone to Europe back in the day. And she's like, call Shai, she has an academy and she can train you. So here I am, I write down her number. In those days there were no cell phones, nothing. I write down her number, I call Shai. She answers the phone and I'm like, hi, I'm Pooja. She's like, how tall are you? So I go, I'm 5'10". 10. She's like, come right now. So that's how I was introduced to sort of the fact that I could model because I was tall. Otherwise, my parents were like sports and studies. But they were very progressive even in that thinking, like studies,
right,
sports, focus on sports. If you have free time, no sitting in front of the mirror and, watching yourself.
And your dad was injured, I believe, during the war.
Yeah.
And he had sacrificed pretty much a lot of his, energy for defending the nation.
Yeah.
So you come from a very illustrious background.
Yeah, I do. He lost his eyesight, actually. He lost his eyesight for almost 2 months, and it's a miracle how he got it back.
Right.
My dad's, I'm very pro-India. I get very hassled when there's a war. I almost want to, go to war myself.
Oh.
I get so, animated about it. I get very angry.
Right.
Because I've seen my dad go to war, the family would be shifted and it'd be a field area where family wouldn't be allowed. I've changed literally a school every 2 years.
Wow.
Just growing up,
right.
Just because my dad wanted the family to be with him.
Right.
There are all these things that you...
That's tremendous.
Yeah.
That kind of thing gave you confidence in life because of the fact that you were not afraid of meeting people, going places.
Right.
So tell me that easy transition from that perspective into the film industry.
Right.
Tell me about Haseena Maan Jaayegi, because you were a big hit in that, by the way.
Haseena Maan Jaayegi is a very special film. It's like, for me, it's like Dumb and Dumber. Every time I see that movie on TV, I'll stop everything and I will watch it. It's one of my favorite films.
Who did you act with in that film?
With Sanjay Dutt, opposite Sanjay Dutt.
Right.
David Dhawan directed it.
Right.
And it's such a funny film.
Right.
It's such funny writing. The comedy is hilarious.
Right.
And there was Govinda, Karishma, Sanjay Dutt, me, and Anupam Kher.
Wow.
And every time I see it, I'm like, oh, stop everything, watch it, and then everybody loves the movie. It was my first comedy.
What was it like to act with Sanjay Dutt?
I really like him. I like him because he has this personality. He's a star.
Right.
He walks in. He's very shy. A nice, very nice human being, but very reserved. But at the same time, he's very helpful if you go up to him and are able to tell him that you need help.
Right.
In whatever you want. Oh, how do I do this? He'll guide you through it. But very shy overall.
If you were given a choice right now that you had to pick the hero to act with, suppose we give you a choice, you want 3 heroes that you can act with.
Right.
Who would the 3 be?
Sanjay Dutt, Salman Khan, and Amir Khan.
That's wonderful. So tell me about Salman Khan. We already spoke about Sanjay Dutt.
Yes.
So tell me about Salman Khan. What's he like as a person?
Salman is very sweet. He's been a friend. He's very funny on sets. He's got a very different sense of humor. He's always joking. He makes the atmosphere very light. He makes it like a movie set. It's never like tensed or anything. He makes it very comfortable to work with him.
I'm very sorry.
He's very okay with the idea that I'm taller than him. He likes that. I make it a point to connect with Salman every time I go back. And I remember telling Salman that I know Sylvester Stallone, and he mentioned that to Sajid Nadyadwala and had me get Sylvester for Kam Bakht Ishq.
Wow.
So Salman does these kind of things.
Wow. Great that you mentioned Sylvester Stallone, because I'm a great fan of his as well.
Yeah.
What is he like?
He's fun. He's very exercise driven. He's got a new sort of amazing boost in his career, with Creed.
Yes.
Which I loved. When I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh. Very nice guy.
As a child growing up, were you fascinated with Rocky and Rambo and all those,
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, even till now. I mean, I initially when I met him, he had to tell me, "Come here, take a picture," because I was so like in awe. But he makes you he puts you at ease, and very nice, humble guy, very nice guy.
In the Indian film industry, when you were in school,
Yeah.
Who did you look up to? Who were the stars that were fascinated with you when you were a child growing up?
Amitabh Bachchan, Zinat Aman, Praveen Babi,
Yeah.
all the Khan brothers. There were so many. Every movie I would look at, and Shabana Azmi, I would see it, and I was like, I'm fascinated with. They would leave an impression.
I promise you'll score very high.
So I loved movies. I loved watching movies. I never thought I'd be ever doing movies, but I loved the whole canvas, the larger than life. I loved the way the actresses looked. And when I actually saw them in real life, it was a different sort of experience, because when you meet your icon, and sometimes you make an image of them, and they don't necessarily fit into the same image when you meet them. So it's so important to not assume anything. Just go with the flow,
You acted with Govinda, and Govinda is supposed to be a very good dancer.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So tell me about your interaction with Govinda.
Oh my gosh, Govinda, Chichi. I would be so nervous doing a dance with Govinda, because he would just see the movement and he would know it. He would like, ready? And here we are, we haven't even rehearsed it, and Chichi's ready with the shot. So I would have to go before my time, rehearse with the choreographer like 10, 15 times to be then ready to what Chichi was when he just got in.
Wow,
So he's a very spontaneous actor.
You've also acted with some other fine heroes, Ajay Devgan is another one.
Yes.
Tell me about that experience.
He's very intense. Ajay is very, very intense. Even when he is saying something comedic, he's intense. He's like, so you're like, oh, should I laugh? Should I not? Should I?
Oh, I see.
Yeah. He's also very shy. Very good actor. He knows how to engage the audience when he's acting. So when you're sitting in the audience, you kind of get hooked on to him. He has that appeal.
Diamonds mein.
अरे आप जाइए तो सही, सब diamond दिखाएगा आपको.
You acted in a movie with one of the finest actors of India, Jackie Shroff.
Oh yeah.
So tell me about that film.
I did Kahin Pyar Na Ho Jaye with Jackie. That was with Salman Khan, Rani Mukherjee.
Right.
Jackie is a very gracious human being. He's very stylish.
Right.
I would get style tips from him. I would match my clothing like his, because he's like one of the most stylishly dressed actors that I know of, Hollywood, Bollywood inclusive.
Really?
Very suave, very mannerful man. He has finesse.
Wow.
He's very nice, and he's a good human being. Like even if you see his whole family, his kids, like even when I met Tiger Shroff, there was not one iota of entitlement, which is so refreshing to see. And the credit goes to the parents.
That's fantastic. This is a very interesting phenomenon. The Indian film industry, when we trace the history of Indian film industry, there are some, heroes who've acted with 2, 3 different generations of heroines.
That's right.
And has it been the other way about as well?
I just did with Varun Dhawan. I mean, I was in ABCD too.
Wow.
Albeit I was with Prabhudeva.
Right.
But most of my scenes were with Varun and Shraddha.
And what is Varun like?
He's fantastic. He's fantastic. Very intelligent, very good actor. He's comedic, his dramatic. Timing is superb. Plus, he's grown up on the sets.
Right.
I mean, his dad is David Dhawan, so he has learned, I think, probably on the edit room, everywhere. He's learned from everything.
You know, yourself, Aishwarya Rai, and Sushmita Sen, Priyanka Chopra, you all have something in common because you were Miss India. You came from the beauty pageant background, whereas there were other artists, you know, who came from live theater background.
Right.
Shabana Azmi, Smita Patil. Tell me about the difference in terms of the heroines and the orientation when it comes to acting, for that matter, because of the fact that you're already exposed to the public in a very massive scale. Does that make you more confident in terms of taking on a role?
Yes and no. Sometimes it works against you. It also depends on what character you get. I think the character I played of Anita in Virasat was befitting me. And I had the confidence and everything of a foreign returned girl who comes to India and goes to a village, because I frankly had being in India, had never been to a village as was being portrayed in the movie. And I could play the foreign returned also very well, being Indian, because of my exposure to fashion. And so it also depends on the role. But had I been given another movie, probably, which did not have that character graph, maybe not. So it just totally depends on what character you get or you portray in your first film.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You remember that most popular song, Bajne Laga?
Dhol Bajne Laga?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just hum that first line for me. Yeah.
ढोल बजने लगा, गांव सजने लगा, कोई लौट के आया है, संग अपने वो रंग कितने लाया है.
Pooja, you've also ventured beyond Hindi cinema. We'll still come back because you've got a lot more Hindi hits that you can actually be proud of.
Yeah.
But you also did regional language films, and you were very successful, and you were well noticed in those films.
Right.
It starts off in the Tamil film industry, and of course Malayalam film industry as well, and now recently in Punjabi film industry.
That's right, yeah.
You're making a big wave there. We'll come to that. In the Tamil film industry, your first venture was Asai. And one of the successful Tamil films was Kandu Kondain, which was a famous film that did extremely well in the box office. So tell us about that venture.
Kandu Kondain had a plethora of actors. Had Tabu. I'd worked with her in Virasat previously.
Right.
Aishwarya.
Right.
Ajit, his first was a movie, I was in it, Asay. So in this movie, Ajit is a director. And Mammootty was also in the movie, opposite Aishwarya Rai.
Right.
And he kind of falls in love with the actress that he's working with, and I play the actress of the movie that he's directing. It happens, you know, it's like, and he is in love with Tabu. So that was the role play I had in the movie, where I play an action heroine, like an action star, where I'm doing my own action fights, and he comes to change my choreograph. So something like that.
Slow motion vechirunga.
Okay, madam.
So tell me about the experience, and Uruvan.
Yes, Uruvan as well.
Right. So tell me about working in that industry.
Asai was Mani Ratnam production.
Right.
I had no idea. I was doing a fashion show in South India. I get called from Mani Ratnam production. I don't know how they know. I'm in the Chennai doing a fashion show, that time Madras.
Right.
And I've obviously heard of Mani Ratnam.
Of course.
I said, yes. I don't know who Ajit is. and then when I go on the set, they're saying, oh, Raju Sundaram is the choreographer, and he's Prabhudeva's brother. Have you danced before? I'm like, of course I've danced before. I'm a professional dancer. So I remember that every day that I would be doing rehearsals, I would come back and take painkillers because it was so hard.
I see.
But I don't know if you have access to that song. That song turned out pretty good, actually.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
We want you to see that with us.
It's called Ayyo Ayyo something. Sakka Kadi Pauna something.
Wow, do that for us. Just hum a little bit more.
Ayyo Ayyo something.
Yeah. Let's come back to your interaction with Prabhudeva again.
Yes.
Now, Prabhudeva is an incredible dancer.
Yes.
You know, as a person, what is it like to work with Prabhudeva?
I've noticed he improvises a lot. He is on the set and you really don't know what he's going to do. The scene is pretty much, everybody knows the scene, but then what happens is he does his own thing, which is like how I've heard when there's Adam Sandler and there's all these actors, then there's a gap that the writers write that Adam does his own thing. There's 2-3 lines and then he does his own thing. Such is Prabhudeva.
I see.
So if you can pick it up after he's done it, whatever he does, whether it's a move, it's an expression, if you can incorporate it and if you're fast in picking it up, it'll be in the shot, otherwise it'll get edited.
So tell me about your venture in the Malayalam film industry, because you've done more than one Malayalam movie and some of them have done well, actually.
Yeah, I did. My first one was with Mohanlal. And
He's a big star.
He's a huge star, and it was a pleasure working with him because here I don't think I had the number of releases as he had the number of nominations for national awards.
Right.
So it was really nice to work with him. Here is a chubby guy.
Yeah.
Who I think will have no sort of agility, no movement, and he can do cartwheels. Yeah. So the movie did really, really well, and it was later made in Hindi, Telugu, and Tamil. And
interesting. You worked in both the Bombay film industry and also the Southern film industry.
Right.
The 3 languages, especially Tamil, Telugu, and Malayalam.
Yes.
Was there any difference in the Indian film industry working style between Bombay and the rest of the country?
Yeah, there was a distinct difference in working style. I would say Telugu and Tamil industry was very professional in the terms of money payments, scheduling. Whenever they had a schedule, they would comply.
Yeah.
Money would always be good and nice. Malayalam, on the other hand, would be very sort of subject-driven movies. They wouldn't be gloss and glit. They wouldn't be more dance and makeup. There would be more emphasis on
more
the
reality-based
characters. Like in Chandralekha, I hardly had any makeup on.
Oh, Chandralekha, your performance was fantastic. You know, so tell us about that venture, because that was remade in Hindi as well.
That was remade in Hindi, and Salman and Rani and Preeti did. I think Preeti did my role.
Right.
My director was Priyadarshan. He pretty much asked me to do Chandralekha right after Virasat.
Right.
And I said yes, and I had no clue at the time how difficult Malayalam, the language, is. For me, I mean, I couldn't just fathom it. I just couldn't understand it.
So you actually spoke the dialogues then?
I had to, because the director insisted
so
that
they didn't use a dubbing voice for that alone, so...
They did.
I see.
They still did, but on set, director insisted I learn my lines.
Good for you, good for you.
So I was like, director.
Yeah.
But I had to learn it because he would not let me give a shot without me having mugged it up.
Right.
Obviously, they tell you what it means.
Right.
But he was strict enough to say, "Nahi, you have, aapko yaad karna chahiye ye sab."
Right.
So I had a tough time.
You organized and you were involved in approximately over 250 fashion shows, and everybody, you know, were looking up to you.
Right.
In fact, you were able to mobilize the resources of the Bombay film industry, the glitz and the glamour, and you were able to bring many heroes into some of your shows. So tell us about this movement in terms of the consciousness and a greater awakening towards fashion in India.
You know, Shan, I was part of the fashion industry in India. I would say I was lucky enough to be part of the Indian fashion industry at the time when it was at its peak, or it was going at its peak. Like fashion was was almost highlighted more than acting. It was more classy. It was everything was peaking. Like there were amazing designers who were showcasing in Europe. There was models were winning European contests. Indian models were being recognized everywhere. Indian fashion was being recognized everywhere, and I happened to witness that. And I was lucky to witness that before I got into movies, because movies, what happens is you get the exposure,
Right.
and people don't realize it. Your anonymity, which is a boon, suddenly is not there. And everything is monitored from then on.
Wow.
So you pretty much lose a part of you after you become a movie star.
Wow.
But when I was modeling, that was the best part of my life, my growing up, because I learned how to do makeup from people. I learned about dressing, clothes, fashion, style. I mean, it's a ongoing process. You know, and I loved it.
There's a tremendous emphasis now placed on physical fitness.
Yeah.
Compared to many years ago, if you trace the history of Indian cinema, heroes didn't care, they didn't look after themselves. And you know, they may have been great actors, but they didn't really bother about you know workouts and things like that. Whereas today, you know, guys like Salman Khan, Hrithik Roshan, they're all much more conscious, and you know, Tiger Shroff.
Right.
So tell me about that movement that's happening with the heroes in India today.
You're so right about it. I think what has happened is awareness. And also the fact that this is what you're selling.
Right.
If you don't look good, what are you? That's part of the thing. Yeah, given if you're a great actor and you have to play different characters, but you could still put on weight and lose weight for a character, but you don't have to. You don't have to have a bad heart or a big bulging stomach for that. You know, I mean, health. I think being healthy is a choice that I am very health driven. I hate it if I eat something bad and oily. Yeah, once in a while you do that, but I think I feel like I've done something really bad to my body. I should go back and do something good now. Drink a lot of water or undo the bad. You know, so I'm constantly doing that, which has worked. I think it's awareness. It's like everybody has so much stress these days. Heart attacks are coming faster than before.
Yeah.
Doctors are putting you on a pill every day, and then let alone by the bedside you have like 10 pills. You're like, oh my gosh, you got to have this, and this. You know, so the best way is to stay healthy, stay active, and eat healthy.
Also been well noticed, by the way, in the sense that you're one of the few Indian actresses to actually make a special appearance at the Emmy Awards and the Golden Globe Awards. And you were called in both these awards one of the best dressed women of the evening.
Oh, thanks.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
So tell us about this.
I was invited to go to the Golden Globes last year. I keep getting invites, but last year was to the Globes. I was invited for BAFTA as well, and the Emmys. HBO calls me for a lot of red carpets. I feel very happy to go because I'm representing the Indian film industry, and I think it's good to make a presence there. And very often I'll let a lot of my co-friends also know if they want to come. Then I could arrange for that. Yeah, so it's nice. I like the fashion part of the red carpets also. That's part of the shebang, I think.
There's a tremendous improvement now. At one time, Oscars was really a benchmark.
Right.
And today there are awards in India that have really picked up as well. You know, Filmfare Awards, of course, traditionally is always considered to be one of the most prestigious awards.
Right.
It's called the Oscars of Indian cinema.
That's true, yeah.
And Femina, of course, Miss India Beauty Contest. These are all, you know, events that have been very well organized.
Yeah.
But event management itself is becoming a very big business now internationally.
Yeah.
And you've seen awards, you've attended awards, you know, you've given awards, you've been on stage, you know, giving awards to others as well, both in the Indian subcontinent and in the Western world right now. What can the Indian film industry learn from the Western world?
There's always scope for improvement, and I think there's a lot to learn. With that said, we've also improved a lot in terms of presenting the awards and showcasing the talent. Obviously, Hollywood is looked at because it comes up with newer ideas, with newer movies, newer concepts, and a lot of people emulate around the world. They try and emulate Hollywood, America, and there's a reason why. And so one should take the reason in it and appreciate that, and that's led to the awards in India or anywhere around the world also showcase it in a better way, make it up to standard that a Hollywood star would say, yeah, I've heard of Femina, or I've heard of Filmfare. I mean, I remember going with Will Smith to Filmfare Awards, and he knew. I mean, I did give him a brief of what the awards were, but it wasn't like. He wasn't like, what are they? Or he wasn't like, oh, these were bad awards. Like, he was so happy after the awards because it was done in such a scale that it impressed him. Yeah. And he's an A-list actor.
Right, of course, Will Smith,
Yeah, and he's like, he's only seen at the Oscars. I don't think he ever steps out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So I think the whole thing has increased the level and made it better.
Let's talk about your entry to Hollywood. You're one of the few actresses from India who is extremely eloquent. In addition to your looking so pretty and beautiful, your linguistic skills are exquisite. So tell me about that aspect of yours and entry to Hollywood.
I've been in LA for at least 6-7 years now. And I keep going back to India to maintain my relationships with Bollywood and the Indian film industry. And I have become a better actor coming to Hollywood and training here and going for auditions here than what I was in India. So for me, every audition I go to in Hollywood, I think I become a better actor.
Wow.
So I take it as a boon that I didn't get stereotypically cast or typecast in a TV show or a movie where people just see me that, oh, Pooja can only be a doctor or Pooja can only be this or that. So the movie that I've just done, One Under the Sun, I play an astronaut.
No, Dr. Voss. It's locked to keep us safe.
And I was given this audition. I remember I'd just gotten back from a holiday in Ibiza. I came back and I was all tanned, and my agent sent me 8 pages of audition, and she said, that's for a movie. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I have to learn 8 pages in one day and be in character and, but when I started reading it, I really liked what I was saying, and I really wanted to play this astronaut. So I remember I just put all I had, and I went for the audition, and I got it. And I was surprised because the breakdown said African American ethnicity. They were looking for an African American woman, and when the casting director and the producer and the director saw me, they were ready to change it to an Indian woman. That, I think, was just mind-blowing to hear that they went that route.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So needless to say, you must have made an incredible impact on them, for them to have that mindset, to change that.
And I'm just hoping that impact comes forward into the movie. And
That's great.
You've been lying to me!
Pooja, you've also made a great inroad now into the popular Punjabi film industry.
Yes.
So tell us about this exciting new venture of yours.
Yes, so Shan, my new movie is called Killer Punjabi. And I was like, hey, I'm Punjabi, I gotta do a Punjabi film, And this is my first Punjabi film that I've tried. And it was a lot of fun, it was a lot of hard work, a great storyline. I play a nurse, falls in love with a hitman. And then she realizes she's so madly in love, and he turns out to be a hitman. And here she's saving lives, and this guy's actually killing people, She gives him an ultimatum to leave the job and start afresh, but he does not really seem because I think he has some kind of a tie with his main people who gives him the bounty. He can't leave. And so I move on in life. I go ahead and get married. And then what happens after that is pretty much killer Punjabi.
Biggest of movie stars, whether it is Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, Aishwarya Rai, most of these stars have started doing commercials. Many years ago, movie stars were not doing commercials, but now they are. You have done some very successful ones. You were the first to do the Head and Shoulders shampoo commercial in the history of India as a youngster.
Yeah.
And then you've done soap commercials, you've done a few other fashion products especially.
Yeah.
So tell us about your involvement in that industry.
Good money. Advertisements are great because they run every day.
Right.
You get to do commercials only when you're popular.
Right.
Do the brands reach out to you?
Right.
So it's sort of like it's a game.
Absolutely. You and Virat Kohli can now do anything in India.
Right. Yeah, more him. But Liral came around right after Miss India. So did Parag, saris. It was a sari campaign.
Parag.
I moved to America. I did GMC Acadia, the car commercial.
Wow.
I did Dr. Pepper. I did Lean Pockets.
One for me.
And one for me.
So commercials are it's a good rolling. It keeps you sort of trendy and in sort of with the happening crowd.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I discovered that, not only are you a popular and good movie star, great actress, but you're also a very vibrant television host.
Oh.
I've seen you in a couple of shows where you've done some lifestyle programming. I liked your intro, your favorite in Goa. When you visited Goa, you stayed in a 5-star hotel.
Oh, yeah.
And you were playing an endorsement to the city of Goa.
Yes.
And there was a nice experience for you. So tell us about that.
Oh yeah, that was I think the Grand Hyatt Goa.
Right.
And that's a fabulous property.
Right.
It's in a cove.
Yes.
If I remember, and it's very it's very old Portuguese. The structure, the architecture, and it's very interesting because I haven't seen that architectural design in India. And my friend Deepti Bhatnagar, she does a lot of webisodes and she does a lot of TV shows. She did travel shows. She was like, I want you to come to Goa and I want you to be in this. And I'm always ready because she's almost like a sister. So I did that sort of for her. And the owner of the hotel is a friend. Yeah.
Well, I now believe that physical fitness is very important for you because, you love the outdoors, but at the same time, you want to keep physically fit. And here's a classic example. You're quite a swimmer. I want you to watch this. Well, you had a very interesting tip for people. How to look your best in just 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh. You found that?
That was very interesting. So tell us about that.
Oh, this was a style show that I kind of conceptualized, and I thought, I could tell people about the health benefits of little things like getting up in the morning and eating an apple, for instance, as opposed to, or getting up in the morning and having half a lime and water as the first thing can reduce blah, blah, and so many other things. Like eating an apple can get rid of your mouth smell and everything, just things like that, and also good for your heart. So I wanted to let people know in a fun way tips on their health, their style, and sort of like their fitness.
That's great.
So I came up with this show called Styleaholics. I'm going to tell you how to look your best in 5 minutes.
Terrific variety. And you also had some celebrities on that.
Yeah.
You did a nice interview, and I saw a little preview of that with Akshay Kumar.
Yeah.
So tell us, what is Akshay like?
Akshay is a very hardworking, very dedicated professional actor.
Right.
And I've known Akshay for a while now. And so when I did this interview with him, he was fun. He was so excited to show what all he does. He does parkour, and then he does this. So he wanted to show, I do this also and that also.
Style of fashion to me is what I wear.
What I love about doing interviews is you let people talk, and they wanna tell everything. They're like almost bubbling. I'll tell you this, and I'll tell you that, and you know what? And this, and I have a cap.
Oh, that's wonderful. You also did a lovely segment with Mallika Sherawat.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah.
And it looks like she had a great sort of rapport with each other. So tell us about that.
She's also partly in LA, and so I asked her, and she was sweet enough to do the interview. She didn't say, "Oh, not now," and next time. She was very sporting about it, and she did the interview. I really like her, and I told her such. I really liked her dress sense off late, and that's what I told her even in the interview, and she took it in a very sporting way. She's like, off late, huh? Have a specific designer in mind that you go to that designer, or you just...
Off late.
What was it like to work with a great guy like Anil Kapoor, who's now, of course, been discovered in a bigger way after Slumdog Millionaire in the Western world?
Yeah.
And you keep in touch with him because you met him recently in Los Angeles as well. You were both seen in an award ceremony together as well.
Yeah.
So tell me about your relationship with Anil and working with Anil Kapoor.
I've always liked Anil as an actor. Even when I was not in acting, I thought that he's a great performer. He's a very disciplined actor. I have learned so much acting with him. I remember when I had a scene in Virasat, which was the scene of my movie, where he was like, go to that room, sit there and start crying. And don't talk to anybody, no laughing, no nothing. Go and sit in that room and just sit there. And I was like, जैसे पूरी class लग रही होती है ना.
तुम किससे प्यार करते हो? जवाब दो मुझे.
And he's very professional. It's when you're doing a project with Anil, it's going to be quality. Because of his drive and his passion to his craft. So I respect that.
Wonderful. If you were to do it all over again and say you just won Miss India pageant now, would you select the film industry to be a movie star? Would you have done exactly the same what you did before?
I've gone through ups and downs in my life, and I've gone through amazing highs and horrible lows like anybody else. And yeah, you wish that you didn't have, and you wish you could go back in time and change and undo a lot of, but then again, it wouldn't be me today sitting here, it would be another me. And I think I'm a lot better today than I was maybe 3 days ago. I'm constantly improving as a person, and I hope that I grow, and it's all a learning process, I think.
When you are so creative, and especially as a movie star, you're on a pedestal from a public perspective, is there a much more sensitive side to you that that others don't know about, and that you really feel that sometimes you've got to cope with on your own?
Oh yeah. And every artist, I think, has that sensitive side. You have to almost have it. In order to do the arts, you have to have like so many different sides hidden.
Yeah.
When I did Taj Mahal, the movie.
Oh yeah, you won the award for it, by the way.
When I did that movie, that character I loved. I never played a character like that.
क्या हम मुस्तकबिल के मलिकाए हिंद बन सकते हैं?
I did not have to go in and bring out all the hidden dark corners from myself. I had to portray the queen. I had to portray the strong woman. So I had to shove basically all the other, weaknesses and show that I had no weakness.
Yeah.
That was a very interesting character for me to put on,
Yeah.
Because everybody has weaknesses.
Yeah.
But Noor Jahan didn't.
Oh, that's wonderful. Let's come to the charitable side of your life, okay? You've been so sensitive. You've really helped many good causes, especially AIDS research, homeless children. I think, you've done some for the Policemen's Welfare Fund.
Yeah.
You've gone beyond the call of duty and you've tried to be involved in this. So tell us about this aspect of your life.
Most of the people, after they have reached some sort of famous sort of zone, they get called in to do some kind of charity.
Yeah.
So I did the police for the police force. I've always strongly done for the army officers because of my background.
Yeah.
I feel very strongly about some causes, like the animals. I feel very strongly about recycling, and banning plastic, planting trees, like saving the planet. These are things that I hurt when I see animals being killed unnecessarily, and also children.
Right.
Because we come from a country which unfortunately cannot provide the basic necessities to a lot of children, and which I think is like, oh my gosh, what is their future going to be if they don't even study? Where are they going to go from here? So I think even if you talk about it, if you lend some time, even if like one person gets up and says, I believe I want to give $50 or $100 or anything, you know, and hopefully it reaches the right place.
Yeah.
That would be worth it.
Yeah, our congratulations to you. You have raised, substantial funds, I've noticed in the past.
Yeah.
And, and especially I was very touched when I saw you even risked, that it wasn't just saying, but you actually, you put it in action. The ice buckets, when I saw the children pouring buckets of ice water on your head, that was really quite something.
Yeah.
Because you being such a popular movie star, you were setting up sort of an example for the rest of your fraternity.
Right.
So tell me about that particular incident. What motivated you to do that? Because it was quite risky as well.
So a friend of mine nominated me, and this is way back when being nominated for the Ice Bucket Contest challenge was sort of a fad on social media. So this one friend of mine, he's an actor friend, he nominated me, and what one has to do is that within 3 days you have to take the challenge. And I was shooting at the time. I think I was shooting in Canada, and it was cold. And I was like, today's the third day. I got to do it, otherwise it's gone. And it's something you have to do internally. It's like nobody's keeping a tab on you, So I gather my hero's nieces. There were 3 of them. One couldn't pick up a bucket, so there were 3 little girls with 3 little buckets of ice water. And we timed it together. I think one girl was taping it. So it was all done by kids. So
wow.
It was fun.
Again, our congratulations on your taking these, great community initiatives.
Thanks.
And being sensitive to the needs of the community.
Thank you.
It's been an absolute pleasure having you in the program with us. May God bless you. Convey our regards to your family, your parents.
Thank you.
And we wish you all the best. And I know we'll hear great things in the coming years about you. And whatever you do, I'm sure you'll come out in flying colors.
Thank you. And I've never had an in-depth interview. I think it's superb because this sort of setup is not there in America. So that there you have a winner, you have a studio. So that's not a problem at all. So that's why no channel can do that in India. And so something like that, if you start in the US, would be fantastic.
Well, maybe we'll work together. Maybe
I would
we'll try
love
and do
to.
that.
Thank you so much.
Such a pleasure having you in the program with us.